will share my screen and we will see if there are any diagrams. There are particularly, like there are not many diagrams that are there in this chapter, okay? But a lot of processes are there that you have to remember. Process and examples, types, examples, processes are there. But okay, for the diagram, you can prepare life history of a silk moth diagram, stages in the life of a silk moth. I will send the cycle in your group today. Okay, and that's it. Nothing else. Only one diagram. Silk moth diagram. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, could you give us an idea of how to prepare, ma'am?
How to prepare? Okay. Yes, I can do that. You have to start with what is fiber and what is a fabric. Okay, meaning of fiber and meaning of fabric. Okay, here it is written fiber and fabric. Then you have to prepare what are the types of fibers. Okay, there are two types, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Then under natural fibers also there are two types, plant fibers and animal fibers. Okay, so prepare the meanings of each of them. Prepare examples also, some examples of plant fiber, some example of animal fiber, some examples of synthetic fibers such as uh, acrylic, nylon, polyester are all synthetic fibers. So prepare some examples of each category. Okay, then cotton, what are cotton fibers? How are they obtained from the cotton plant? Okay, and then how are they separated from the seeds, like the process of ginning? You should know what is ginning, you should know what is spinning. Okay, you should know what is cowering, what is dyeing, what is reeling, the meaning of each of them also separately. Okay, then what is jute, where it is mainly grown. Okay, when it is cultivated, then how it is cultivated, how how cotton yarn is made out of cotton fibers, what tools are used, takli, spindle, and charkha. Three types of tools are used. Okay, takli, spinning, and a spindle and charkha. So those names also. Yes.
Ma'am, should we also prepare the activities and the sidebars like did we?
Activities, some activities, okay, like Mahatma Gandhi activities, just you have to read it. Hello, Eva.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning. So, do you know you just have to read? Okay. Then, history of clothing material, I explained you that earlier people used to make wear animal skins, animal hide, animal skins, and all. So, just give them a read, okay? Just give them a read. Activity 9.3, you don't have to prepare, okay? But just read it, everything and come, okay? Read all the activities, give them a read, okay? Then uh, yarn to fabric, three or two main processes are there, weaving and knitting. You have to prepare the meanings and all. All the in-text questions in between you have to learn. Okay, wool is there. What is wool? What are the wool yielding animals? Okay, then uh, this is also important. Okay, what type of uh, sheep gives us what type of wool? The pashmina is very important. Okay, pashmina is important. Then uh, some things, special names that you have to memorize. Okay, rearing of sheep, how it is done. Okay, processing fibers into wool. This is also important. All the steps you have to learn them in this sequence itself. Okay. in this
Ma'am,
sequence only. Yes, Eva.
the top one, the different types of sheep which make different types of things. Do we need to buy heart all of them?
Not all of them, but one or two you have to do by heart. One or two.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Just a couple of them. Okay, just a couple of them you can prepare. Okay, but especially the Pashmina one you prepare. Okay, that question is there. So Pashmina one you prepare. Okay, then rearing process. This fibers into wool process. Every method individually also and the process also. 9.3 questions you have to prepare. Silk. Okay, life history of silk moth. How are silk rearing done? Okay, rearing silk moth, processing silk. How is it is done? 9.4 you have to do. Synthetic fibers and plastic. Okay, types of synthetic fibers. Okay, you have to do uh then you have to do what are some characteristics of synthetic fibers. Question may come, what are synthetic fibers? Give characteristics. So characteristics also you have to prepare. Plastics, two types of plastics, thermoplastic, thermosetting. Their types, their names, examples are there. Okay, two types of arrangement in plastic, linear arrangement, cross-linked arrangement. Okay, then plastic, what are the characteristics and importance of plastics? Effects of plastic on the environment. Okay, decomposition, you can read this one or two times, read it nicely. It is very easy, decomposition. Okay, then four principles of keeping the environment clean, harmful effects of plastics. Then 9.5 you have to prepare and end of chapter all questions. Okay, so no major diagram, only one silk moth diagram is there. I'll put it in the group. Okay. Anything else? Any other question from this lesson? No. Okay. Then we will proceed.
Ma'am, while
We
giving
will
examples,
proceed to the next chapter.
excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, while giving examples, ma'am, while giving examples, should we learn all the examples or just a few?
2 to 3 examples you should know. Okay, 2 to 3 examples you should know. But where categories are there, na, such as categories of artificial fibers and all that, categories all you should know. Acrylic, nylon, rayon, polyester, every category you should know. Okay, but in the categories you can learn one or two examples also. Okay, that thermosetting plastic, thermoplastic. These things are made of thermoplastic. This thing is made of thermosetting. This thing is made of acrylic. So like that. Okay, categories everything. Categories you have wool, you have cotton, you have jute, and also categories all these silk. Four categories you have in natural fiber, that is silk, cotton, jute, and wool. So these four too you have to memorize nicely. In each of them you can learn some examples. Okay, and their types also. If there is types, we learn types and examples. Learn 2 or 3 examples. Okay. All right. For silk also you can learn 2 or 3 names. Okay. For wool also 1 or 2, 2 or 3 names. Okay, like that. Now we in the last class started a new chapter, chapter 13, crop production. We will continue with the production. Today we will talk about planting crops. Okay. Now, yesterday we discussed why is it important to plant crops? Because that is where we get our food. Okay, that is the place from where we get food. Now, we also saw yesterday what are different types of crops. How are they classified? According to their type and according to seasons into summer crops, seasonal crop, winter crops, seasonal crops, and rainy season crops, monsoon crops. Okay, so we saw classification, we saw some examples. Today we will talk about planting of the crops. Okay, now planting of the crops is a process. Okay, you don't just go and sow a seed, okay, in a piece of land. We just don't go and put a seed and expect it to become a crop. Okay, no. There is a process. There is a process that we follow. Okay, that starts with preparing the soil first, then sowing the seeds, then adding the compost, splitting fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, logging, etc. Okay, we will discuss all these steps in this topic. The first step is preparing the soil. Now, soil should be checked first for preparing it for farming. What is the meaning of checking the soil? See, different types of soils are there. Do you know that? Different types of soils are there, such as loamy soil, clay soil, red soil, black soil. Okay, I will show you one this thing, types of soil. Okay, one image I will show you. Can you see three types of soils and how different they look? Can you see how different color, different texture is there? Okay, different. The first one, very, very, small particles. Okay, the second one and third one. Second one looks very moist. Third one, bigger particles. So every type of soil now, it is different in the terms of color, it is different in the terms of texture, it is different in their ability to absorb water. Some soil, they will absorb water very quickly. Some soil, they will not absorb water quickly. They will take time. Then you have some soil has very, very fine, small particles. Some soil have big particles. Okay, more bigger particles. So on these basis, different types, very different types of soils are there. Okay, we have silt also. We have clay soil, sandy soil, loamy soil, black soil, red soil. Okay, in this image, you can see black soil, alluvial soil, okay, red soil, desert soil, many types and many categories of soil is there. Okay, when we are, and it is also based on regions also. Okay, for example, when you are in a mountain, the soil that will be there is different. But when you go near a river, when you go near a river, the soil near a river will be different. When you go to a desert, that soil will be different. Okay. Or when you will go to your nearby garden, that soil will be different. So, different places, different types of soil at different places. Okay. Now, coming to our topic. So, that tells us that it is important and different kinds of plants need different soil also. Okay. You cannot just take a plant and grow it in any kind of soil. Okay. You cannot just take cotton and grow it in desert soil or any kind of soil. No. There is a particular soil for a particular plant. Okay. There is a particular soil for a particular plant. So we have to check that if our soil is good for our plant or not. We have to check that thing. So this checking is done at checking center of the village by giving sample of soil. What farmers do is they take small part of the soil and give it at the center. They check the soil and tell us the type. Okay, they will check and tell us what type is there and what type of crop is suitable also. Okay, what type of soil and what type of crop is suitable on that soil. After checking up soil, they start preparing the soil for farming. Okay, step one, you check the soil. What type of soil and what type of crop is good for the soil. Okay, then you do what? You prepare the soil. Okay, how to prepare the soil? The top level of soil is dug about 6 feet deep. Okay, uh, or is it 6 inch? I think it's um, either like 6 feet or 6 inch. Okay, this is known as humus. Humus includes decomposed organic items made up of plants and animals. Okay, these decomposed items are changed into compost known as humus. This is enriched in minerals which are beneficial for plants. One more image I will show you. Okay, one more image. It is 6 inch only, I think so. Okay. This image is the structure of how it is beneath the ground. Okay. The structure of soil beneath the ground. Okay. So the first layer, about 6 inches or something, is known as humus. Okay. This is where the dead and decaying organisms and all that is mixed up and it is fertile. Below that humus is topsoil. Okay, then below topsoil is subsoil. Okay, topsoil, subsoil. Beneath subsoil is weathered rock fragments, means small rocks. Okay, and the last is bedrock, means big rocks. The last layer is big rocks, small rocks, subsoil, topsoil, and humus. And on top, we plant the crops. Okay. So understood how soil is beneath the ground. What is the structure of soil beneath the ground? Yeah. So this is humus. Okay. Humus is very fertile. Okay. Humus. You can see this is a real image. This is a real life image. Okay. You can see right below the grass is humus. Okay. Then beneath is bigger rocks and all. Okay. Topsoil, subsoil, weathered rock and bedrock. Okay. Now. Um. Yes. Now this we dig. Okay. We um we dig this 6 inch. Okay. And this is humus. Now this is decomposed organic matter and this is made into compost. What is compost? Compost is humus, which is a natural type of fertilizer for the soil. Okay, so when we are planting the crops now, we mix this humus nicely in the soil and then we plant the crops. Okay, this provides nutrients to all the soil, it distributes it evenly, provides nutrients to the soil. Okay, then we will see one by one. Okay, how or why? Now, the question comes from why dig? Humus is already present there, so why digging? Why to dig now? Okay, now we will see what are the causes of this digging, means making the soil hollow. What are the causes? Why do we make the soil hollow? Now, there are two main causes. Hollow mud keeps nutrients going deep into the roots. Okay. Hollow, when the mud is hollow now, then the nutrients can easily reach the roots instead of when it is packed together. The water will also go deeper in the roots. Water will also go deeper. Nutrients will also reach the roots. Okay. Microorganisms and many microorganisms and earthworms are found in the soil. So microorganisms and earthworms grow fast in hollow mud because they get air and water in full quantity. Okay. Now, now try to understand this. When the soil is tightly packed together now, then it will be hard for air to reach beneath the soil, and it will be hard for water also to reach beneath the soil. Now, many earthworms and microorganisms are living beneath the soil. When it is hollow, when our soil is hollow, then water and air also reaches them and they can live and thrive easily. There is soil is also a whole ecosystem. Okay. Ecosystem means a place where many organisms live and depend on each other. Soil is also beneath the soil is also a whole ecosystem, like a forest, just like water. Okay, so those organisms beneath the soil need water and air. Okay, nutrients also need to go down, water also needs to reach the plants. That is why holes are made. These microorganisms also make the land more fertile. Okay, because they also help in decomposition. They also help in breaking down the bodies of the plants and animals that die in the soil. They help in decomposition, and these breaking down now, this thing provides nutrients to the soil. This decomposition is good for the soil, makes the soil more fertile. Okay. These elements are broken down by microorganisms. Thus, decomposition mixes many nutrients in the soil, and these nutrients are absorbed by the roots. Okay. What is the work of these microorganisms, these small animals living in beneath the soil? When any plant or animal dies, they attach themselves to it, they break them down. When they break them down, nutrients are released, and these nutrients are absorbed by the plant. Okay, these nutrients are absorbed by the plant. So that is why it is helpful for us to make holes in the soil, for the farmers to make holes in the soil. Okay. The second reason is roots are deeply inserted in hollow mud. Roots can easily breathe. Roots also need air and water. This helps in the growth of plants. Therefore, making void or space in mud is very important in agriculture. Okay. Uh, this helps in bringing the nutrients on the top layer of the soil. Okay. When we, make holes also now, this humus shifts like that. Okay. And the nutrients also like comes at the top layer. Okay, nutrients spread nicely in the ground. Okay, so this helps the plants in absorbing them nicely. This helps in your plants to absorb them nicely. Okay, and how these holes are done? By a plow and a tractor. Okay, with this tractor and all the attached instruments like this. Have you seen this in a farm? Maybe in a farm or maybe in a village. You must have seen a plow. Okay, they attach this to the bulls, the cows and all. Sometimes ox, okay, the ox and all, and sometimes they to the tractor. Okay, and then they make holes. Okay, this is known as cultivation. Tractors are used nowadays for cultivation. After cultivation, many loose big balls of mud are left as residue. This is leveled by hoeing. Okay. Um, Cultivation means preparing the land and planting crops. Okay, cultivation, preparing of the land and planting of crops. Okay, so after it is done now, many like sometimes big chunks of mud are there, so they level the ground. They level the ground using a hoe. Okay, um, hoeing. This is done because the equal and uniform soil is required to sow the seeds. Equal and uniform soil is required to sow the seeds. Sometimes fertilizers are mixed before cultivation. Okay, before you cultivate, fertilizers are also mixed in the soil in between. This helps in better mixing of nutrients in the soil. What are the tools used in agriculture in this process? We have a hoe. Okay, we have plow and pick. Plow, pick, hoe. Okay, all these tools are used in this process. Okay. Now, any doubt in the first step, preparing of soil? Any doubt in the step preparing of soil? No. Okay. Now, under this first step now, there are some more steps also, such as first is checking of soil, okay? Then selecting the crops, then plowing or making holes, and then cultivation, okay? Then comes your scouring, okay? Oh, sorry, sowing or sowing of seeds, okay? Not scouring, sowing of seeds. In the first step, what we did is first we checked the soil. We checked the soil. Then we made holes in the soil. We may put nutrients in the soil. Now we will sow the seeds. Okay. Now we won't just directly sow the seeds. In this also some steps are there. First step is choosing the seeds. We will choose what seeds are we planting. Okay. We will choose what seeds are we planting. Okay. How to test if the seeds are good or not? How to test if the seeds are good or not? The first part is like one test is there. You can put the seeds in water. Okay. Some seeds will start floating. Some seeds will start floating if this is done with wheat. Okay. And the floating seeds are hollow because they are decayed. And this is one technique used to differentiate between the good and bad quality of seeds. See, some seeds are good quality, some seeds are bad quality. So you have to check, you have to select good quality seeds. What if we select bad quality seeds? We will not get good crop. Okay. If we choose bad quality seeds, we will get bad crop. We will, maybe crops will not only grow. Okay. So it is important we choose good quality seeds. Okay, give me a minute, please. Yes. Now, now for this sowing of seeds, there are some ways, okay? There are some ways, some tools. We have traditional tools and modern tools, okay? For traditional tool, it is in a shape of a keep, okay? And the lower part of the keep is connected to a three-sided pointed pipe. At the time of sowing, these pointed points cut the soil and place the seed. Okay, means the first image you can see here. Okay, the first image you can see here. They cut the soil and put the seed. The farmer is putting the seeds from the funnel-like structure which is at the top. Okay, and the bottom various pipes are mentioned. So at equal spaces as the bull or the ox moves, at equal spaces, the seed like goes into the soil. Okay, this is a traditional method of planting the seeds. Then we have a modern method also. This is a seed drill. Okay, you just have to run a tractor and automatically you have to fill the box with the seeds, and at equal distance it will put the seeds in the ground. Okay, so this is one of the modern method, seed drill, called a seed drill. Okay. Then seed drill is used to sow seeds at an equal distance. It is attached to a tractor. This covers the seeds after sowing them. Thus, further damage to the seed is stopped. Seed drill takes less time and less labor. Okay, it takes lesser time and lesser labor. Seeds are sown at equal distance so that they get a proper sunlight, nutrients, and water also. Okay, if the distance is less between the plants, some of the plants are removed from their place. Have you must have heard the parable of the person who sows seeds and the scatter seeds. Some seeds fall on the bushes, in the bushes. Some seeds fall in the dry ground, on the dry ground, and some seeds fall in the good place. So it is important here that we put seeds at some distance, because if we do not if they are close together now, then the seeds will fight for the nutrients and none of them will get nutrients and they get tangled and they swallow each other up. So they will not be able to grow properly. Okay, so distance is kept, nutrients are properly, so that the nutrients and sunlight, water properly reach them. Okay, and the seed drill also covers them because if it is not covered, what happens? Sun will dry them, birds will pick them. So it should go inside and then covered with soil. Okay, it should go the inside in the ground and covered so that they can germinate and so that they cannot get destroyed. Okay. So this is their scattering of seeds and sowing and scattering of seeds. Okay, sowing is your traditional method. Scattering is your seed drill. Okay, this is not the scattering with hand. This is your seed drill. Okay, scattering with seed drills. Then we have mixing compost and fertilizers. You must have seen farmers adding something like soil to the land. Bags of soil like things, have you seen? Bags of soil like things that are sold in the markets. They say this is a compost or what do they call it in Hindi? I'm forgetting the Hindi word for this. Okay. Yeah, khad. They call it khad. Fertilizers and the compost and humus, they call it khad in Hindi. Okay, so bags of it is sold and it looks like this your soil, but that is actually compost. Okay, soil provides mineral for better growth of the plants. These mineral elements are known as nutrients. Okay, compost and fertilizers, what do? They add nutrients to the soil. Okay, they add nutrients to the soil. Some words, some terms associated with this, I will tell you. Okay, fertility of soil. What does that mean? Fertility. Some parents, sometime in chapter you read fertility. Fertility of soil means how well the soil can grow plants. Fertile means nutrient rich, full of nutrients. Fertile soil means soil that is full of nutrients that can grow plants well. Okay, infertile soil or makes the soil infertile means loses the nutrients, chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, sometimes makes the soil lose its fertility. Okay, then comes pH of soil. Do you know soil also has a pH? Okay, and if the soil is very acidic or very basic, then plants cannot grow in it. Sometimes when we put chemicals and pesticides and fertilizers now, it makes our soil more acidic. When the soil becomes more acidic, our plants will burn or dry out. Our crops, before they even grow, they'll dry out because the soil's nature is disturbed. Okay, because the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, so to make the soil more nutrient rich, we add compost and fertilizers. Okay. Um, Due to regular production and also when we continuously on one piece of land. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, how do we know, ma'am, if the soil is basic or acidic?
Soil is tested. A part of the soil is taken, uh, like I think in the labs and all. Okay, agricultural labs and all. Part of the soil is taken there and they test it to know if the soil is acidic or basic. Okay. Then one more thing. See, when we grow crops on a land again and again, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, what happens? The land's nutrients will decrease because every time you plant a crop, the nutrients go to the crop and it keeps on decreasing. So that is why we need to add nutrients on top, extra. That is the work of compost. They decrease decreased to fulfill that decreased nutrients. Now we add compost to make it more nutrient rich. Okay. Um, then this is how to prepare a compost. Method of preparing a compost is mentioned. And how are fertilizers produced? What are some fertilizers that are used? So we will continue this tomorrow. Okay, how is compost prepared? What are fertilizers? What are some examples of fertilizers? We will continue this. I think not tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow is your test now. So Monday we will be preparing this. We will study this. Okay. 5 minutes break for you, and then we'll start with math class. Okay, let's begin. Hope all of you are there. Hi, Joshua.
Ma-
Yes, Ambeja.
Ma'am, will there be math class tomorrow?
Is there a maths class tomorrow? Yes, we will keep a maths class tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. What time, ma'am?
At 12 p.m.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then videos on, please, all of you. And videos, please. Okay, Joshua. Just message that to me today, okay? Send me today. Today, I will be teaching you one topic. Okay. Today we will be doing a topic that is grouping symbols. Okay. The use of grouping symbols. Hope the screen is visible to all of you. Grouping symbols. Okay. Now, when we have to do multiple operations in one question, it is known as simplification. Okay, or simplify. For example, I have a question. 6 6 divided by 3, sorry, 24 minus 6 divided by 3 into 4. Okay, now I can see three types of operations. I have minus also, I have divide also, I have multiply also. Okay, so what to do now? Or how do we know that what to do first? Ma'am, should I multiply first? Should I divide first? Should I add first? Should I subtract first? Okay, so the format for this is okay, or the order is this. Okay, the order to solve this. First, I'll solve it and then I'll tell you the order. Okay, first we will divide. Okay, 6 by 3 is 6 divided by 3, how much? 2. So, yes, board mass. That's what we use. That's correct, Abigail. 24 minus 2 into 4 because 6 divided by 3, 2. Okay, then next step is we multiply. So 24, 4 into 2, 8. 24 minus 8, 16. Okay, so usually the order is
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, but if we, ma'am, if we do in another order, ma'am, will the answer be different?
You may get the answer sometimes, but if there is even a slight mistake, you will not get the answer. Okay, if there is a slight mistake, and sometimes doing it like without the order or not following the order makes it a little bit more complex also. Makes it a little bit more complex also. Okay, so we follow the order, we divide, we multiply, add, and subtract. But when we have like a bigger thing to solve, like multiple operations now, they have made one like one way to do it called brackets. Okay, called brackets. So to determine what to do first, shall I do 6 divided by 3 first, or should I do 24 minus 6 first? What to do first? We use brackets. Okay, so three types of brackets are there. These brackets are called grouping symbols. Okay, these brackets are called grouping symbols. Three types are there. The first one looks like this. Okay, two small brackets. Name is small brackets. Second one looks like this. Name is curly bracket or medium bracket. Okay, curly or medium brackets. The third one looks like a square, like this. These are known as square bracket or big bracket.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Ma'am, how exactly do we draw a curly bracket, ma'am?
How exactly? You make a little heart-like thing, put a V, and then curl it from the bottom. Okay. Make a little heart, like half heart, a V, and then curl it from the bottom, like okay. This, and then here also small heart, half heart, V, and curl it. Okay. Curly bracket. Now, now see. The small bracket is solved first. Whatever is written in the small bracket, we solve it first. Whatever is written in the curly or medium bracket, we solve it second after the small bracket. Whatever is in the big bracket, we solve it at the end. This is the format. Okay, first we will solve small bracket, then we solve curly bracket, then we solve square bracket. Okay, for example, if I have a question, simplify 15 plus 5 minus 8 divided by 6. Okay, simplify 15 plus 5 minus 8 divided by 6. Now you can see that 15 is in curly bracket, 5 minus 8 is small bracket, 6 is large bracket. So we will follow this format. First we will do 5 minus 8. Okay, first we do 5 minus 8. 15 plus 5 minus 8 is how much? Minus 3. Okay, minus 3. So now plus minus signs. Very important. Sign change. Okay, so it will become, I'll just remove uh, this and this 15 plus or plus minus minus 3. And so one more thing is when you have solved the small bracket, now you remove it in the next step. Then when I've solved curly bracket in the next step, I will remove that. When I have solved square bracket in the next step, I will remove that. That is what you will do. When you have solved one bracket, you will remove it and write the answer. Okay. Okay. So now this is 15 minus 3 is how much? How much is 15 minus 3? 12. So 12 divided by 6. Okay. What's the answer? 2. Okay. So
Miss,
this is how. Yes.
Is it 12 divided by 6 or 12 minus 6?
No. Look, here it is divide sign.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here it is divide sign. So 12 divided by 6. So 2. So when you keep like solving the bracket, you keep removing them. First, we start with small bracket. We solve small bracket. Then we solve medium bracket. Then we solve the big bracket. Okay. One more question. You can write this down, please. The whole thing, write it down. Write down this also, grouping
Yeah, ma'am.
symbols. But
Ma'am, yeah, ma'am.
done. Okay. Shall I clear it then? Okay. Then I'm clearing it. Now one more question I will try with you, and then I'll give you 1 or 2 questions to solve it. To solve, okay? Evaluate. Simplify or evaluate, both things mean the same, okay? Either you'll get simplify or you'll get evaluate. 5 minus 12 plus 9 minus 17 minus 3 bracket. So rest of it you will write as it is. 5 minus 12 plus 9 minus 17 minus 3, how much? 14. That's not curly brackets. That's 9 minus 14. So write the rest of it as it is. 5 minus 12 plus 9 minus 14. How much? We will get it in minus. Minus 5 minus 5. Okay, now you will tell me, ma'am, again you have put a round bracket or a small bracket. Why have I done that? Because signs are different. And like evaluated the signs, you have to put, you cannot write plus minus just like that. Okay, like 12 plus minus 5. No, 1 I have to put in bracket, the minus 1, because I cannot just write two signs together. Okay, so then I will do what? I will evaluate the signs. 5 minus 12 plus minus minus 5. Okay, plus minus minus, so 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5, how much? 7. So I will write, now I'll open. Say again, please.
Ma'am, is the answer -2?
Minus 2. Yes. Yes. Minus 2. Answer is minus 2. Okay, so this is how we solve with all the brackets. Any doubt, any questions? Hope everyone has understood this. Any
Answer.
question? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Johanna, Zoe, Eva. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. Okay. So then one question I will give you, 1 or 2 questions I will give you to solve now. Okay. Try this out. 30 plus 20 minus 15 minus 8 minus 3. solve this and find the answer and tell me. Yes, Joshua, you need to check that again. Yes, Abhijit, that's correct. No, no, no. Yes, that's correct. Sorry, that's correct.
Ma'am, I sent you my answer.
Okay, let me check. Johanna, check again. Eva, you also check again.
Ma'am, did you receive answer?
Hannah, 1 second. Let me see. No, Hannah, check again.
Ma'am, I got an answer, ma'am.
Yes, Eva, that's correct. Joshua, send me.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I accidentally minus the answer instead of adding it. Did you
Okay.
receive my answer?
Send me again, Hannah, and that's correct, Joshua.
Ma'am, I sent you.
No, Hannah, check that once again. Zoe, check again. Last 1 minute, and then I'll be discussing it. No, Hannah, check once more. Check once more, Johanna. We all are doing one silly mistake. Everyone. Here.
Ma'am, I
One
forgot.
silly mistake all of you are doing. You
Ma'am,
forgot.
did you get
One very funny, silly mistake. Okay, so now I will solve, and you will laugh when you see the
Ma'am,
answer.
did you
Okay.
get my answer?
Yes, Hannah. Silly mistake, Hannah. Okay.
Ma'am,
So y'all are going to, yes, Avaja.
so it was wrong, ma'am.
Yours was correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Minus, see, 8 minus 3, how much? 5. Okay. 8 minus 3, 5. Now, when you will do 20 minus 15 and minus 5, how much you get? 0. Okay. 20 minus 15, 5, and 5 minus 5, 0. So this is not plus, minus, minus. You all got confused here. Minus, minus, plus. Okay. This is where you missed out. Minus, minus, plus we started doing. 20 minus 15, 5. 5 minus 5, 0. Okay. This is the funny mistake all of you were doing. Okay. So very simple. 0. Okay. 0 is what you are gonna do. So 30 plus 0, 30. Answer is 30. Okay, so what you'll get? 30 plus 0, 30. Okay, so sometimes the problem is easy, but to us it appears very hard. Okay, sometimes it is very simple, but we make it hard. So don't make it hard when it's very simple. Okay, no minus, minus, plus. No, just 20 minus 15, 5. 5 minus 5, 0. Okay,
So, ma'am,
simple.
just 30.
Yes. Okay, 30 plus 0, 30. It's fine, Joshua, no problem. Okay, now one more question I will give you. One more question. Solve this one. 29 minus 14 plus 16 minus 12 minus 4. And that's it. 29 minus 14 plus 16 minus 12 minus 4. Check again, Avajo. Yes, that's correct, ma'am.
Ma'am, I just need 2 minutes and I can solve now.
Mom, I got my answer.
Okay, okay. Check again, Zoe. Yes, Hannah, that's correct. Eva, check again. Check again, Johanna.
Ma'am, I got an answer, ma'am.
Send me Joshua. That's correct, Joshua. Correct, Zoe. That's correct. Very close, Eva. Very close, but I think you made a little calculation mistake, Eva. Check again. You made some calculation mistake. It's close, but not exact. Last 1 minute. Okay.
Ma'am, I got an answer.
Send me. Yes, Eva, that's correct. Now that is correct. Okay, now see. We'll check that out now together. 29 minus 14 plus 16 minus. First, you'll write everything as it is, and then you will start with the small bracket. 12 minus 4, how much? 8. So I will write 8. Close the curly bracket and then the square bracket. Now I will solve the curly bracket. So 29 minus 14 plus. How much is 16 minus 8? 16 minus 8. 8. Close the square bracket. Now I will solve the square bracket. 29 minus 14 plus 8. 14 plus 8, how much? 22. 22. Now I will minus 29 minus 22. 7. Okay. Very simple. You just have to follow the brackets. First I did this bracket, then I did this bracket, then I did this bracket, and finally got the answer. Okay, so just like this you have to solve and you'll get the answer. It's simple. Okay. All right. So we will stop here for today. One thing, Johanna's doubt was in yesterday's homework. I think some of you had some doubt in yesterday's homework. I'll clarify that and then we will end. Okay. Just a minute. I'll share screen and I'll clarify it. Fourth and the fifth question. In this question, evaluate. The thing is that the signs are missing. Signs are missing. Huh? So when it is like this, na, 35 and 28, that means automatically means multiplication. You always have to assume multiplication. Okay, then something is one thing outside bracket, one thing inside bracket refers to multiplication.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes, Hannah.
ma'am, but when I tried multiplying, ma'am, the answers were different from the book.
The answers were different from the book when you tried multiplying. Then that means that signs are missing. Okay. Then that means signs are missing if the answers are different. Abhija, I am yet to check your homework. Okay, but For now, what you can do is, because the signs are missing, you just multiply and write the answers. Okay. But in the exam, it will not be like this. In the exam, you will get signs also, where multiply is there, multiply, well, where addition, division, okay, is there. You can just, you know, do that. Addition, subtraction, signs are there, you follow signs. If no signs, you multiply.
Ma'am, I already did that in the homework.
Okay, Abaja, then that should be fine. Here also you can see. Okay, multiplication. So for fifth question, you just multiply. Okay, Johanna, fifth question, just multiply. Fourth question also you multiply and write. Okay, it's like not our mistake that the signs are missing, and we cannot just put signs on our own. I can not just put randomly minus, plus, or minus. Okay, if the book is not giving, if book printing mistake is there, or if it just comes like bracket and a number, you can just multiply and write. Okay, then sixth and the seventh question is clear already. Today's homework is exercise, what are we doing? 2.3 question first. Okay, and one question I will put in the group also. One evaluate grouping question I'll put in the, some questions I'll put in the group. 12.3, 12.3, question 1 of 12.3. 2.3, sorry. 2.3, the first question. Okay, and exercise also. The whole exercise, 7 questions are there. That is also your homework. Okay, because only one question in 12.3. I'll write it. Twelve point three, question 1, and exercise. Question 1 to 7. Okay, posted in the group, Hannah, today. 12.3, question 1, exercise questions 1 to 7.
Ma'am, is this science homework?
No, you don't have a science homework today. You just have to prepare for the test tomorrow. Okay, just prepare for the science test tomorrow, and that's all. Okay, so I'll be seeing you for a maths class tomorrow at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Joshua. Okay, Joshua, right after sir's class, don't leave. Stay on the link. We'll have a maths class. Okay, don't leave after his class. You just stay on the link. Right after, we'll begin a maths class. Okay, after maths class, I'll give you your test. So you can do the test after the maths class is over. Okay, and
Ma'am, the submission.
yes, submission date Saturday evening. Okay, Saturday evening is submission date. Do it before Saturday evening and send me. And for the maths quiz, we'll be doing a maths quiz. Okay, and this time Joshua was not there when I made the announcement. Now this time you will be getting, the winner will be getting gifts. Okay, delivered at their home. So for in the maths quiz chapter is the 8th chapter. Okay, maths quiz chapter is the 8th chapter. Percentage, I think it's percentage only. What all will come in the 8th chapter, I will tell you tomorrow. What all will come in the quiz. Okay, I will tell you tomorrow.
When is the quiz, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
I forgot when the quiz is.
Because I haven't told when the quiz is.
Okay,
That
ma'am.
is why. Okay. We will be keeping the quiz on 21st August. Okay. 21st of August, I will be keeping the quiz. That is next to next week, Friday. Okay. Next to next week, Friday. Today is Thursday. So next week whole, next to next week whole you have, and next to next week, Friday is your quiz. 21st August. Okay. What all to prepare for the quiz? I'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay, what all you should know. I will not be giving very hard calculating problem questions. That is excluded. Very difficult major calculation problem questions are excluded, but simple ones can come. Okay, simple ones, finding selling price, cost price, this percent, that percent, formulas. Okay, percentage, simple percentage conversions, all that can be there. I'll discuss it in more detail tomorrow. In tomorrow's class, I'll tell you in more detail how to prepare for the quiz. Okay. Any other question?
Ma'am,
No?
ma'am,
Yes.
will there be a time for us to solve? A limited time?
I will let you know. Let me plan the quiz and then I will let you know if I'll be keeping a time or not. Maybe in some rounds I will keep a time, maybe in some rounds I will not keep a time. Okay, we'll see and I'll tell you. Okay. Okay then. See you all. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye,
you,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. everyone.
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.